smash the like button, and subscribe. Do you support Trump?
Yeah,
The election was held today. Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay. And what's your birth year?
2006,
Okay. And what month were you born?
July
And how old did you say you were again?
19.
Okay. Why do you support Trump? Or wait, 19 July
Yeah,
2006.
I'll be 20 in a
Yeah,
couple
that
of
makes
days, well, a
sense.
couple months. Yeah.
Okay. Why do you support Trump?
Well, I believe. Well, I've seen all the No Kings protests and stuff, and abolish ICE protests and all of that, and I believe that it's not. I mean, it's not smart of y'all wanting to abolish ICE and stuff. And the No Kings protests are so useless. I believe we need ICE, and I like the way Trump's running with ICE. So
Okay. Do you think all protests have been useless throughout history?
majority.
Okay. But have all of them?
No.
Did you know that it was the largest single day protest in U.S. history?
What did it change?
So the point is that it changes the idea in the way that people reference these things. So it allows for community to be built up specifically to be able to respond to Trump. It shows that there's huge opposition to Trump, right? It allows for more people to educate themselves in anti-Trump ideology, especially normie and apolitical individuals. It allows for more people specifically to have registration for referendums, specifically so that we can vote on different types of propositions that are obviously going to be beneficial. And it increases visibility. There's plenty of things.
Did it change anything yet?
I just told you a bunch of things. I just told you.
I understand that is notability of how many people is going out there and protesting, but still, they talking about no king.
It's supposed to shift public opinion, and it's supposed to be able to do all the things that I just mentioned prior. It's a valid question, fair
But
question, but I just explained and answered. Is that not fair?
I guess that's a good reason for you guys. I guess,
Of course, it's a good reason for us.
but at the same time, you're talking about no king's protest. He's no king.
Yeah, he wants to be a king, though.
But is he a king?
Right now, he's not a king, right? But he wants to be
But
one.
he won't be a king, bro. It's like 80, bro. He ain't got long.
But he actively threatens our checks and balances. That's kind of like the point that we're making, is that we believe in freedom. We don't want people who are wannabe
If he was,
dictators and wannabe kings.
if he was trying to be a king, then I guess y'all wouldn't be able to protest. You know that. That makes no sense. If y'all talking about no kings, it feel like y'all just don't like go with logic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's not in a literalist sense. It's more like we're against tyranny. We're against like people overusing their authority and abusing their authority and abuse of power, right? Without
Uh,
accountability. That's the type of stuff that we're talking about. And I do think that we need stronger checks and balances. I would argue that's that we don't even have to have a risk about this in the first place. But the point is that Trump does threaten our checks and balances. So kind of that's what we're bringing up, because he's trying to ignore the Constitution, violate people's due process rights, right, and engage in countless type of ways of violating the law, and also saying that he'd pardon anyone within 200 feet of the White House of any crime that they commit, right, is ridiculous.
it's kind of correlates with that still, but at the same time, do you think that the way he's running ICE, that he's attempting to become a king that way by how he's running ICE? Do you think he is? Would you say?
So in terms of ICE, I do think that he is utilizing it in a manner in which is allowing for it to abuse power. I don't know if you would apply the idea of king, but I guess he is kind of using it to as like a authoritarian exert of power over the
The reason
population
I
in an abusive sense. So if you want to say it in that sense, that is an example of something that we're talking about that would be something that we're opposing when we're making the statement, and again in a non-literal way. No kings, right? Because
Yeah,
we're referring
the reason I asked
not
that.
in a non-literal way, but in a literal way, but also in a non-literal way. Is the notion that we're saying is that it's applicable to literal kings, and it's also applicable to people who are engaging in tyrannical abuse of power. That's the point that I was making prior.
Okay. The reason I asked that was because I debated with somebody before, and they was like that he's pretty much using ICE as his private military type of thing. Would
Maybe
you agree with
like
that?
a secret police. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you could say that he is.
You think so?
You could to some extent, not in the exact same way historically, like identically, but similarly, yeah.
Do you so you're pretty much like, are you with abolish ICE or new leader that runs ICE? I want to know you because
I mean, I want to abolish ICE, and I want to restructure border enforcement in a manner in which it can't be changed by the executive branch. So the executive branch can't just come in and allow for them to like violate people's due process rights and like detain U.S. citizens just based upon their race or their accents. Like, I think that's absurd. I think that you should have to go through legislation to be able to get things passed. So it makes it blatantly obvious, more in the public, more transparent, and that there's more accountability involved on behalf of these types of decisions with oversight in terms of the judicial branch. That's how I would like it structured. Now, me saying abolish ICE does not mean I say no border enforcement or no law enforcement. It means I don't like how ICE is structured because it allows for individuals like Trump to go in and abuse fucking power like crazy.
Well, I don't know. I think we don't need to abolish ICE because they kick out people that don't belong here. People who come to the country, they should come here with because I have immigrant friends. They're legal though. They went through the process of coming here, where they came here on a visa, school visa. They went through the legal process of becoming a citizen or coming here legally, and I believe everyone should do that because in different countries, if I was to go to a different country or overstay my stay, I'd be kicked out or deported back to America. That's how that goes, and I don't believe that we should be more lenient on that than other countries.
Yeah, so did you hear me at all? Like,
Yeah, I
what
did.
was my
You
argument?
said what?
What was my position?
That you think that ICE should be reformed. You don't believe that. Well, I mean, not reformed. That you believe ICE should. What'd you say? You don't like how and you don't like how ICE is structured because individuals like Trump can go in and abuse power. That's what you said.
Yeah, so I want to abolish it and then structure border enforcement in a manner in the government in which is different than what it's currently structured. So that doesn't mean I'm advocating against border enforcement. It just means I want it to be structured in a different way so that you have to pass legislation.
That's what I should have asked you. That I should have asked you if if you like I mean literal abolish ICE or just restructure like a new. You know what I mean? I should have asked you that, but
So this is abolishing ICE. Abolishing it and then restructuring border enforcement in a different way within the federal government is still calling for the abolition of ICE because of how ICE is structured in the federal government. That's
I mean I think they're doing perfect right now. I don't believe they're doing anything wrong. We
they're
have a
not.
lot
You
of
don't believe
we
they're
have a
doing anything wrong. So you don't believe they murdered
we have
U.S. citizens
we have a
in
lot
broad
of
daylight and justified it. You don't believe they did that.
we have a lot of citizens, American citizens, that have been unalived by illegal immigrants. And then you guys defend it. Y'all guys deflect off of it you just don't want to notice. And it's crazy because I can name a lot actually. I can name 20, like I don't know, 20 people that's actually been injured or unalived by immigrants, illegal immigrants. They came to this country illegally. They shouldn't have been here.
Who proportionally commit lower rates of violence than not-born U.S. citizens.
And I knew he was
Who
going to bring up that
also, like, if
argument.
you were to deport people, you're only referencing 5% of those that you've detained that have actually
So
committed a violent criminal offense.
yeah, I was actually prepared for this argument right here because I know y'all always bring that up. That the thing is, if you're gonna use that statistic as an argument, it's kind of useless because why would you want people that has came here illegally? They came here illegally. They committed a crime. And then the numbers are rising. Of how many illegal immigrants are committing that crime. And the thing is, we don't want to sit here and just wait for it to get out of hand. That's the thing. We want to handle it while it's while it's still in our control. We shouldn't have to sit there and be like, oh well, American citizens commit more crimes and stuff like this than actual illegal immigrants. Because I mean, yeah, they do, but at the same time, that we have illegals coming over hurting our people. And that I don't believe that we should let that slide. I mean,
I don't think we are. When I'm advocating that we should still go after those that have committed violent crimes and bad crimes, right? I absolutely think that we should still go after those that have committed those particular types of crimes. And I think that we'd be able to do so to a greater extent if you're providing a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants who have not committed violent crimes or bad crimes, because they're going to identify themselves to authorities immediately, leaving people who are in the country who are undocumented, who would not meet that criteria, meaning it would just be easier to identify those that are actually a threat to the safety and security of our population. So why wouldn't you advocate for that?
repeat that one more time. You kind of cut out for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if we provide a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants who have not committed violent crimes and bad crimes, then we can focus more on those that have committed. Dude, you're a Nazi.
What?
You have SS in your bio.
Oh, it's the band that I'm in. Sorry.
Dude, you should change that shit. It's SS with
No, that's
two
not what it
lightning bolts.
represents. That's
That's
not what it
that is
represents.
quite literally the Nazi symbol.
That's not what it represents.
That is
Superstitious.
absolutely what it represents.
The name of the band is Superstitious,
Dude,
bro.
you guys
Come
should
on.
definitely change that immediately.
What should we change it to?
It's something else, because that's
You
literally a
want to give me
Nazi
a
sign.
name?
I'm
Want to give
sorry,
me a name?
you guys are either the most unlucky individuals on the planet, or you're purposely doing that and lying to me right now. Okay.
No, I'm so serious. It's actual band. I can show you. I can
Okay.
give you
Well,
my Instagram page.
I genuinely think you should change that because that is literally a Nazi symbol. Okay, both of them
Well,
together. I'm sorry. Like I'm genuinely like, are you serious? Like that is so fucking ridiculous. I don't
I'm
believe
so
that.
serious, 100%. We're looking for a lead singer right now, currently, but
Then will you change your name now that you know it's a Nazi symbol?
sure, I'll change it. I mean, I didn't think that well, I wasn't the one that actually came up with the name of the band, actually. Superstitious is the name of the band, SS. So it's nothing to do with Nazis.
No, but also with the fucking lightning bolts. You don't
Yeah,
understand.
there's a guitar, I believe. Yeah, you're overlooking that, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you a part of Patriot Front?
Am I a part of Patriot Front?
Or do you advocate for them?
I mean, I met the guy, interviewed him.
So why is your post a day ago Patriot Front, let's save America? And it's like commemorating Patriot Front.
Why are you trying to pivot away from the argument?
Because I saw this and it's clearly indicative of you being a literal Nazi.
No. Why are you pivoting away from the argument?
This isn't a pivot away from the argument. This
It
is
is very
literally
much
you
a
indicative
pivot.
of you being a
It
Nazi.
is very
If you
much
aren't
you
willing to
pivoting.
acknowledge this right now, I'm going to kick you.
Yeah, because you're going to pivot. That's your way of losing
This
an
isn't
debate
pivoting.
with
This
me.
is because you're literally a
You
Nazi.
kicked me, Parker. You lost your debate. I'm gonna be real.
That's not what it is. You are
We're
literally
debating on a topic, and
You're-
that has nothing
hey,
to do with
if you
anything.
don't acknowledge what I'm saying right now and you don't stand on your actual beliefs, that makes you a literal fucking coward. So what does
Okay.
that make you? Stand on your actual beliefs. Don't cower like a literal fucking absolute literal
Let me guess,
insane person.
let me guess, you're gonna insult me and then you're gonna kick me because that's what you liberals do.
Are you going to actually respond? Stand on your views. Are you
I'll stand on
actually
my
a
views.
Nazi believes in Patriot Front?
Not a Nazi, but I like Patriot Front on what they stand for. Yeah.
So then, okay. So by the way, likes Patriot Front, has SS in his bio, and also has
Superstitious.
the two fucking lightning bolts. Bull fucking
Yeah.
shit. That's a coincidence. Go fuck yourself.